What's better than being able to play with a puppy? Hey, what's up, honey? Got to talk to my wife. Latoya, you see this right here? Think about it, baby. But this morning, we are talking about how to keep our furry friends like Frank here safe during this record-breaking heat wave. Heat stroke and pets can quickly turn deadly if you don't know the warning signs. Thank you, Eva. She's a dog owner. Now, we are joined by pet expert Andrea Arden and Theo, the mini Aussie.
Here's Theo.
And Arden has spent more than 3 decades as a dog trainer. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so
I've got Theo.
good job, Vlad. Let's talk about heat stroke and which dogs are most at risk.
You know, all dogs are at risk because dogs can't really dissipate heat as well as we can. They really dissipate heat mostly through panting in the pads of their feet, whereas we dissipate through our skin. But some dogs are more susceptible, and that would be puppies, senior dogs, what are called brachycephalic or push-face dogs like Frenchies and Shih Tzus. You need to show extra caution with those dogs.
And what are some of the warning signs?
Some of the warning signs are excessive panting, drooling, lethargy, fatigue. And then, of course, the more extreme signs would be vomiting and diarrhea.
Ooh.
Because of how serious heat stroke can be, if you even suspect it, you should consider it an emergency situation and act accordingly.
I was laughing when I saw you were on the rundown this morning because you actually helped train my dog Walter.
What?
And he's a little Frenchie. So for, Frenchies overheat, you mentioned them. Oh, it's okay, Frank. It's okay. Your mommy's
Frank
right
is like,
there.
I don't like being
I'm going to let Frank go to his mommy.
Okay,
There we
there
go.
you go.
Theo,
But what do
you're
you
in
do
charge.
once they do start to overheat? Because it's a little stressful.
Yeah, so the first thing is get them to a cool spot to shade. Don't put them in cold water or put cold water on them. Cool water is advisable.
water, okay.
But really the most important thing after you get them to a cooler spot is to call the veterinarian because they know your pet and they can advise you if it's time for you to bring the pet in to see them immediately.
So people don't realize that dogs they sweat through their paws or they pant, and
Yep.
that's how you know how hot they are. But if you need to walk your dog and it's really hot, what do you recommend for people?
So this is a tricky one. I'm born and raised in New York City, and so I know how challenging it can be to walk your pets when it's warmer weather. But you really have to say to yourself, is it worth it to bring them out into an environment where there's asphalt all around us? And the asphalt heats up so much more than grass. So really keep those walks very, very brief. And remember that, if their feet are on the ground, even for a relatively short period of time, they can actually get burns on their feet.
So how do you exercise them in this kind of weather?
Right.
If you can, you try and exercise them indoors. You have fun activities inside with them, teach them tricks, play games with them, make friends with your neighbors who have dogs so they can get together in the hallways of your building. If you're lucky enough to live in an environment where you have access to grass, that's a safer place to let them play.
I know this seems obvious, but this is a great reminder for those who don't know. What about keeping your dogs in cars?
Oh, yeah. I have to say, I've been talking about this for 35 years, as have many people, but you're right. You should keep talking about it because it's so important. I think sometimes people think, oh, it's kind of a mild day.
Yeah.
It's okay to leave them in the car for like 5 minutes or so. It's not, because inside of the car heats up so quickly. And as we said before, dogs are not great at dissipating heat. So even if it's not that hot for us, it can be much hotter for them in regards to the way that they regulate their bodies.
So basically, protect your pet like you would protect an infant.
A perfect way of saying it. Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
He just wanted to be next to you.
That's it.
So cute.
Andrea Arden, thank you so much for being here with us today.